So, and Carrie says this is so helpful. I need to do an online presentation soon, only for about 15 minutes, but I'm terrified. Well, so Ian, let's say you feel like you can't get over the nerves. What are some steps like you do? Because I know you've done some vocal things before, but like to get over those initial butterflies, and instead of like letting that stop you from going live, actually use that to kind of empower you to use that energy and go live.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so if you feel terrified, that is very normal. I actually feel like if you feel terrified, I feel there's a lot of hope there, because you can channel that nervous energy into excitement in front of the camera. If you're not nervous at all, then the chances are that you get in front of the camera and you're actually quite boring. And so actually it's a case of channeling that nervous energy in front of the camera. But there are a few other things that you need to think about. First of all, have a plan. That's going to really help. Make sure you check the tech. You have a checklist for all the tech, because if the tech fails or goes wrong, that's going to stress you out.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, tech can still fail. So you just need to be, at the end of the day, just remember that your audience are there because they love you. And so you always remember that. But in terms of so my first thing is, in your brain, you need to remember to channel that nervous energy into excitement. So in your brain, you need to almost do a little bit of rewiring. You need to say to yourself, I'm not nervous, I'm excited. And that actually really, really helps. And remember, like if I trained as a professional singer, classical singer. So I went on stage, I always felt nervous, but it was the times when I felt the most nervous that I did my best, because I was able to channel that into my adrenaline, into that excitement. And so it's just a state of mind. Rewire your brain and say to yourself, I'm not nervous, I'm excited. And then, of course, there are loads of warm-up exercises that you can do. So breathing exercises are really important. Check your posture, particularly upper body. Make sure that your shoulders are nice and relaxed. I always like to do some stretching exercises. So stretch up to the ceiling for 7 seconds, and then just shake your arms out like that. Do some kind of funny facial and vocal sounds like brrr. Make sure that your face is, your jaw is nice and relaxed. And if you want, you can even like massage your shoulders. I hold a lot of tension in my shoulders, so give your shoulders a bit of a massage, and your neck, just so that you're nice and relaxed. Whether you sit or stand is completely up to you. I prefer to stand because I feel I put more energy into it. But if you want to sit down, that's absolutely fine. The important thing is that your posture is that you're not slouching, that you're upright, and that will give you more confidence. If you so there's like an old Italian thought when it comes, this is more to do with singing, but I think it applies for acting and getting in front of the camera doing a live. It's called the noble position. And it's imagining that you are a very important person, that you're like a king or a queen or whatever. And the way you stand or the way you sit is very, your back is straight, your shoulders are down, your chest is erect, and you're looking directly at the camera. You're holding yourself confidently. And the interesting thing is, if you put your posture in a confident position, you feel more confident. It actually has that effect of you feeling more confident. So breathing, posture, relaxing the body are all really important. And I always like to kind of like do a few tongue twisters as well, or even sing a silly song just before you go live, because unless you're going to be doing a live show about death and undertaking, it's great to start your live show with a big smile and a bit of a laugh, I think.
So